that's me. DD, that's me. DD, that's DD, You had to come back. Me, I'm the daddy like that. You just like clubbing and clothes. Me, I like afternoon naps. Me, I be middle of the road. My oldest like counting reps. My middle one, she's in the dirt life. My youngest is just like a mama. The mama loves me and I love her, so when she wants something, it's never about her. You get the ladies, my babies, and one on the way, now it's stressing my mama. And don't try to play around, don't try to play with me unless you're looking for problems. So don't try to play around, don't try to play with me. My brother's all in the drum. 4 to 5 nights on the road. Count on this and that.
Good morning, guys. So we're working on the 240 again, and we're actually making a pretty good amount of progress. So in the last video, we pounded the metal out pretty much as far as we were going to take it, and it was actually a pretty good shape. It was starting to lose a little bit of definition because I guess just pounding it with a hammer isn't probably the best thing. I was trying to use the dent puller that we got, but we do live in an older house, so every time I would do the weld, the electricity would shut off, and then I would have to turn it back on and do the next weld, to do the process over and over again. And it's probably not that good to do that because the wires in the actual house will get hot. So I kind of gave up on that. After welding everything into place, I used the tool to pull it out, and since the welds weren't able to get as hot as it needed to be, it just kind of fell off the car. So we scrapped that idea. We just pretty much used the hammer as best as we could. And then we used some Bondo glass because now the over fender that's on the car was kind of exposed on the side. So we used that to blend it back into this panel. I let that dry overnight. Bondo glass is super hard to sand, so I kind of just wanted it to be laid down as best as possible or as smooth as possible, so that way I can go in with some actual regular Bondo after and put it on top. I did that this morning, so it's been drying for a couple of hours, and I'm just gonna start sanding. We got this sander when we were doing Blaine's over fenders originally, so I'm going to use this one again. This one is so worth it, the longer ones, because I used to use a sponge that, I don't have it, but it was kind of the same size as this, and that's what I used to pretty much do my whole car on. But it does take a lot of work to try to make it even, and because it's a sponge, it kind of conforms to your hand. So something like this is so much easier, so much better, or so much more worth it than keep having to go in with a little one. And then I think all these sandpapers and stuff was from eBay too, so it's not super expensive.
Everything I need till I lay my eyes on you. I don't know what this is, yeah, but I feel like it's real, baby.
So another thing that I learned, or I'm learning but I forgot, is that when you do the edges, it's so much easier to sand when you're going back in later on if you feather the edges out. And I have this super harsh line going through this whole piece of Bondo because I wasn't thinking about that or forgot about it. So I'm going to do another layer right now. I'm going to try to do it as thin as possible and just trying to get the edges, because I feel like it's pretty much almost there. I probably could have used spot putty to do this, but for some reason spot putty doesn't work with me all the time, and it's super flexible, so I just wanted something that's a little bit stronger.
Vibes that I feed off got me up and down like a seesaw. All these decoys hit the destroy. Usually keep it poised, but it's ultraviolet with the power moves when I deploy. For the real ones, I wanna feel something.
I should have showed you what it looked like before. Oh, here, I guess I can show you. So you see how this edge, I hope you can see this. So this edge, see how it has such a harsh line like this? And even spots like this, I probably should have just tried to see if I can do it a little bit smoother, because I could use glazing putty for this, but it's just so much easier to sand when it's just one straight good piece.
Feel like it's real, baby. I don't wanna pretend, no. I just wanna come clear, wanna see you again.
So it's been a couple of days since the last time I filmed, but this is the part that I showed you that I laid down in the last clip. And since I did try to feather it out, it was so much easier to sand, and it has a way better blend than it had before. So I just sanded everything down, and then I put some glazing putty just to get all the pinholes. I couldn't get everything. I know I tried to do a final layer on it, but there are still some parts that I didn't lay down completely flat, so we just used some Bondo glazing putty for it. And then I also started on the other side too. This side wasn't too bad. It was just on one of the runs that we did. I didn't know that I had the controller for the airbags on the passenger seat, so it aired out while we were drifting and it kind of cracked this piece a little bit. So I just sanded everything down, and then I put some fiberglass Bondo on it, just because I feel like it'll be a little bit stronger. It's been on here for a minute, so I could probably take this tape off. This side, it wasn't really too bad. It just has that little bit of cracking, so I just filled everything in, and then we'll just sand it down. I will probably have to repaint this quarter panel and the other quarter panel. I don't really know how to do like a spot paint job, so we're just gonna try to get everything as smooth as possible. We're gonna try the bumper on because I want to check if this curve is still good.
Yeah, perfect.
I just need to sand this edge. It's good.
That's good.
Does that look flat to you?
Yeah, that's fine, you know. Good thing we had the crash bar on.
Yeah. Oh.
What's crazy is that I don't feel like we didn't really tap the wall that hard.
Yeah.
But it pushed in the quarter. But imagine how bad it would have been if you was going like just a little bit faster.
Yeah.
The whole thing would have crumpled a lot more.
I know. And then good thing like this whole glass and stuff is good.
Yeah. That's crazy.
And now the bumper fits even better than it did before. So that's gonna be it for today. This panel is pretty much good to go. There's a couple of places that the spot putty didn't dry yet, so I'm just waiting for those to dry and I'll sand it down. So this is pretty much ready to get some primer thrown on, but we looked in our cabinets, we don't have any, so we're gonna do that probably tomorrow. But so far the progress looks really good. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out and stay good.